Hi, my name is Brent Otto, and I'm a Jesuit priest and a former member of the staff of Ignatius House in Atlanta. Currently, I'm a PhD student in history at the University of California in Berkeley, and I serve as a chaplain to a small church. I'm really happy to be with you today to offer this reflection on a gospel passage and a portion of Pope Francis's recent encyclical letter, Fratelli Tutti. From strangers to friends in one short afternoon. That describes what basically happened when two of John's disciples went after Jesus to meet him and accepted Jesus' immediate and probably unexpected invitation to come to his home. Have you ever had a friendship spark like that, quickly, unexpectedly, but with much delight? Some people might have met their spouses that way. After an awkward or unexpected meeting, you just clicked, and hours could pass in the blink of an eye when you were with each other. I remember my childhood best friend and I met in that kind of way on the playground in kindergarten. We were strangers one day and great friends the next day. Look what good came out of these strangers in our gospel passage, meeting and becoming friends that day. One of them, Andrew, was so excited about his new friend Jesus that he went off and got his brother Peter and brought him to meet Jesus too. Thus began Jesus' whole ministry, founded on friendship. A mentor in college of mine always used to say this: the greatest gift you can give is to share your friends with others. In his statement, there was also a warning. Friendship's a precious gift, it's the root of love, and yet love only stays alive when it's shared. Jesus and his disciples shared their friendship generously. They weren't an exclusive clique. The whole mission was about inviting more people into the circle. The disciples, however, weren't perfect at this. You know that. Because there are times when they tried to keep children or the lame or sinners from reaching Jesus. But Jesus always rebuked his disciples when they got cliquish or exclusive. Remember how he said, "Let the children come to me," or "I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners." So we need to face up to the ways we sometimes get cliquish, exclusive, closed, or try to tighten our circle in order to keep others out. We even sometimes vilify strangers that we don't even know. How about instead, we try to see everyone as a potential friend, a member of Christ's circle? Pope Francis recently wrote this encyclical letter, Fratelli Tutti, which means brothers and sisters, everyone. And in it, he points out the divisiveness in our human nature and gives current examples of it in the hatred and division which scar the human family, right down to our own local communities. The Pope exhorts us to look to Jesus' example to examine our words and deeds and get with the vision of friendship and fraternity that Jesus was all about. In the 3rd chapter, the Pope uses the Good Samaritan story in the Gospel to talk about how Jesus thinks strangers ought to treat one another. Basically this: always treat a stranger, especially one in need, just as you would a friend. Jesus tells this parable to call his hearers to what Pope Francis calls our innate sense of fraternity. In essence, caring for the stranger is the key that opens the door to friendship in the way God thinks of it, a widening circle of friends. That is God's vision and God's will. So, are you open to friendship with Jesus? To sharing your friends with others? To extending the hand of friendship by caring for a stranger in need? Let us ask God to make it so, to open our hearts, to let us share his love, and to be companions on the journey with Christ and all of our brothers and sisters.